Close the Dose, a weekly dose of news you can actually use. Eric A.L. Whitney, The Tennessee. Hello from The Dose, a place to share the news we're all talking about, and actually experiencing. Each week, you'll find a stat worth digging into, a dose of news from our Tennessee community, something you should pay attention to on social media, and a burst of happiness. Get The Dose in your inbox, news that matters to you delivered weekly. I'm Jessica Bliss, a human interest columnist here at The Tennessean. I'm a mom, a triathlete, a writer, and the curator of this newsletter. Definitely send me your feedback and what you'd like to see. My promise, this will be a positive space for all perspectives. This week's dose of news: Trent Dilfer, a Super Bowl-winning quarterback's journey through tragedy into a Nashville high school. Trent Dilfer looks at you as if he's peering into your soul, Tennessean sports columnist Joe Rexrode writes. The intensity of his blue eyes is matched by a voice that says each sentence as if he can't wait to get to the next one. The 46-year-old father and former NFL quarterback has approached most of his career with unwavering confidence, but the death of his 5-year-old son in 2003 guides him most, even today. It is part of the answer to the question of why Dilfer uprooted his family from Austin, Texas, to move to Nashville and coach high school football. He spent some time here once before, serving 2 seasons as the Titans' backup QB and mentor for Jake Locker. Now, he's back, this time to lead Lipscomb Academy. By photo: former NFL player and Lipscomb Academy football coach Trent Dilfer cheers on his players during a morning weight training session at Lipscomb Academy in Nashville on Wednesday, February 20, 2019. Photo: Shelley Mays, Tennessean. Sexual assault accusations and secretly recorded video cause ruckus in State House. It's been a tumultuous 2 weeks for House Speaker Glen Casada. The Franklin Republican is facing mounting pressure for his continued support of Rep. David Byrd, R. Waynesboro, who last year faced allegations from 3 women who said he sexually assaulted them in the 1980s. Casada appointed Byrd chairman of the House's newly created Education Administration Subcommittee. Meanwhile, a secretly recorded video surfaced that created controversy. By photo: newly elected House Speaker Glen Casada, R. Franklin, speaks after being sworn in on the opening day of the 111th General Assembly on Jan. 8, 2019. Photo: Mark Zaleski, for The Tennessean. A video you say, yes. The week began with a newly released video by former Democratic congressional candidate Justin Canoe, who asked Casada about the allegations against Byrd. Casada's response, including comments that if he was raped, he would move and hell would have no fury, drew scrutiny from many, including from sexual assault survivors. Some background: the women accusing Byrd all played on the Wayne County High School girls basketball team, which Byrd coached for 24 years. By photo: bill's sponsor Rep. David Byrd speaks about a bill that will allow school employees to carry guns that is under consideration before the House Civil Justice Subcommittee Wednesday, Feb. 28, 2018 at the Cordell Hull Building in Nashville, Tennessee. Photo: George Walker IV, The Tennessean. All 3 women have spoken publicly about the accusations, and, in a television story by Nashville's WSMV, Byrd could be heard in a phone call recorded by one of the women offering an apology without offering specifics as to why. Casada has been a staunch supporter of Byrd. Meanwhile, Casada was involved in a confrontation with a person protesting a bust of Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest in the Capitol building. Casada also wrote an op-ed for The Tennessean reinforcing the principle of innocent until proven guilty. What does Gov. Bill think? He will not comment on Casada's approach or whether he believes Byrd should step down. He did say this: I think we have to take very seriously allegations of sexual misconduct, and sexual misconduct should never be tolerated either in state government or the private sector, as well. By photo: Emily Cephas holds a sign in the House Education Administration Subcommittee where Representative David Byrd is the chairman. She is upset with Byrd over sexual misconduct allegations. Tuesday, February 26, 2019, in Nashville, Tennessee. Photo, Larry McCormick, the Tennessean. Get the dose in your inbox. News for your family and your life. Eviction of Nashville's most visible homeless camp rekindles housing debate. Dozens of Nashville's homeless were evicted from their camp on a stretch of green space under an overpass in East Nashville in recent weeks. It was the city's first major effort to clear a homeless camp since spring 2016, when a sprawling tent city was bulldozed at Fort Negley. Why? City officials cited safety concerns, including rat infestation, flooding, growing trash mounds, fires lit under the bridge and neighbor complaints. By photo, Metro decided to evict those living in the city's most visible homeless camp under the overpass at Ellington. They told residents to leave in January, and outreach workers tried to help place them elsewhere until mid-February. Tuesday, February 26, 2019, in Nashville, Tennessee. Photo, Larry McCormick, the Tennessean. But advocates for the homeless say it glosses over a bigger problem. Day rooms at shelters like Room in the Inn can be packed with 200 to 400 people most days. And, even though they are able to find housing for a few people a week, the demand is much greater. The debate is raising new concerns about how the city manages its homeless community amid a sharp loss of affordable housing in the urban core. Tennessean development reporter Sandy Mazza writes. Numbers worth knowing. Last year, the same 14-year-old was arrested in Nashville 11 times. One time, police said, after he backed a vehicle into an officer's car and sped off. Another time, after police said he tried to steal a car with the keys left inside at a gas station. A third time, after a woman was robbed at gunpoint. And he's not the only teen with multiple arrests. It's a trend Nashville police have drawn attention to after 5 juveniles ages 12 to 16 were charged in the shooting death of musician Kyle Yorlitz. Here are some numbers to know. By photo, Nashville police say Kyle Yorlitz was gunned down outside his home just before 3 p.m. in the 3200 block of Torbett Street. Photo, Natalie Allen, the Tennessean. 45% of the juveniles arrested by a special task force on youth crime were arrested more than once, according to data released by Nashville Police. 222 minors have been charged by the department's Juvenile Crime Task Force, which formed last February. 101 of those minors were later arrested again by police. 12 juveniles were charged with homicide and fatal shootings last year, up from 7 in 2017, according to Nashville Police. $4.5 million allocated to fund added supports, like counseling, for young people in rural areas that lack resources. Close recent crime statistics show overall juvenile crime is down in Nashville, but show an increase in firearm offenses and car thefts. Eric A. L. Whitney, the Tennessean. At the dose in your inbox. News you can actually use all the good. Feel. Kyle Fisher, a 28-year-old Middle Tennessee paramedic and father, was a man friends and family described as all heart, always finding a way to give back to others. Fisher died earlier this month at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. His last gift was met with a hero's honor. Close staff from all over the hospital lined the hallways to help an organ donor's family honor his final act of kindness. Courtesy of Vanderbilt University Medical Center, Nashville, Tennessee. Just after midnight on Feb. 9, dozens of medical professionals, some with heads bowed, lined the hallway of Vanderbilt's 5th floor as Fisher's hospital bed was rolled from his patient room to the operating room, where his organs were donated. His parents walked ahead, his fiancée followed close behind. Ultimately, Fisher's donation saved 6 people's lives, a final act of kindness and sacrifice, which was something he did every day on the job. Kyle Fisher, 28, a paramedic, was given a hero's honor after he died from cardiac arrest and his family discovered he was an organ donor, allowing him to save several more lives, even in death. Photo, Freddie F. Fisher, submitted, quote, "Of the week, the future of the church is uncertain," Keith Boyett, the president of the Conservative Wesleyan Covenant Association, said after United Methodist delegates rejected a plan Tuesday to allow same-sex marriage in LGBT clergy. Alma Brown had his way, left, the Rev. J. Williams, both from Boston, and Rick Holliday of Kentucky join in prayer during the 2019 special session of the General Conference of the United Methodist Church in St. Louis, Mo. Tuesday, February 26, 2019. America's second-largest Protestant denomination faces a likely fracture as delegates at the crucial meeting move to strengthen bans on same-sex marriage and ordination of LGBT clergy. AP photo, Sid Hastings. Photo, Sid Hastings, AP. The church is the second largest of the Protestant faith in the United States, with about 7 million members. More than 850 delegates of the United Methodist Church met in St. Louis this week for its general conference and a really significant vote. Its more progressive members have been pushing to lift the denomination's ban on same-sex marriage and LGBT clergy. On Tuesday, the plan was rejected. Now, there is concern that the decision will alienate some followers and lead to defections. Oh, the things you should do. March is a month of so many options, with the world's toughest rodeo, the Southern Women's Show and Whose Line Is It Anyway, joining concerts galore. There's so much to do. Check out our entire March entertainment calendar. Get the dose in your inbox. If you made it this far, you really should just sign up. Tell Jessica what's up. Reach out to offer your thoughts for the dose or on life in general. Read or share this story. https://www.tennessean.com/story/news/2019/02/28/Methodist-Methodist-Church-NFL-Trent-Dilfer-Glen Casada-Nashville-28992940002/